Welcome to my comparison video between the Storm PhysiX Blackout and the Ion Max. Let's get the technical stuff out of the way first. The Storm PhysiX Blackout sets itself apart from the previous PhysiX balls by being the first PhysiX to have the AI outer core technology added, which does make the core numbers a little different than the previous PhysiX balls. The 14-pound version that I'm throwing in this video has an RG of 2.52, a differential of 0.054, and an intermediate differential of 0.016. All of this is wrapped in the NeX Pearl cover stock finished at 2000 grit. I've drilled up the PhysiX Blackout with a 5x5x4 layout and also made some pitch changes in my fingers. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's a small action that makes a big difference in helping YouTube share quality videos. A huge thank you to everyone who's already subscribed. Now, let's head out to the lanes. I'm almost caught up with the new releases since I went out with a back injury 3 months ago. I'm finally starting to trust my body a little more and shaking the rust off that inevitably built up over that time. I really do appreciate all the supportive message I've gotten from all of you. As always, we're bowling on the Town & Country Lanes house shot. This lane was used in league earlier this evening, so it did have some usage on it, but overall the pattern didn't seem to be beat up too bad. The extent of my experience with the PhysiX balls has been limited to the Proton PhysiX. I was only about a year back into bowling when the original PhysiX came out in 2018. For some reason, I never ended up getting one. I almost bought the Astrophysics a few times, but always ended up going with something else. But this time, I wasn't going to let the PhysiX Blackout pass by. So the PhysiX Blackout is wrapped in the NRG Pearl cover stock. I know it looks like a very dull solid, but it's actually a pearl sanded to 2000 grit. The PhysiX Blackout is a great example as to why the terms pearl, solid, and hybrid are too generalized to be of much value. The PhysiX Blackout is a pearl, and so is the Road Warrior, but the PhysiX Blackout produces a much rounder shape than the Road Warrior does. Part of that is the 2000 grit finish on the PhysiX Blackout, and part of it is that NeX Pearl is much stronger than the R2S Deep Pearl that's on the Road Warrior. The Pearl, Solid, and Hybrid designations are of value when you're comparing the same cover stock formula. For example, the Proton PhysiX, the Axiom, and the High Road Max had NeX Solid on them. The PhysiX Blackout and the Axiom Pearl are the only two stateside releases that have had the NeX Pearl. So far, the only stateside release with the NeX Hybrid cover stock was the very limited edition Paint the Lanes Pink PhysiX from 2022. Enough about cover stocks for now. We'll revisit that in a few minutes. If you'd like to see me cover some more technical concepts such as cover stocks, layouts, RGs, and differential, drop a comment below and I'll see how many of those that I can get to in 2025. Taking a look at the PhysiX Blackout ball motion, it's unbelievably smooth for a pearl. Part of that comes from the 2000 grit finish, part of it comes from the 5x5x4 layout that puts the pin in my middle finger. This is what will result in a pin below the fingers for a lot of bowlers. This drilling gives the ball a smoother motion with less overall hook than you get from pin-up drillings. Heading over to the Ion Max. The Ion Max has the NRG Solid cover stock with a lower RG and a similar differential, so on paper, the Ion Max should roll sooner than the PhysiX Blackout. As you can see here, the Ion Max goes longer and has a sharper back-end reaction than the PhysiX Blackout. This is why the cover stock formula matters as much or more than the Pearl, Solid, or Hybrid designation. Also a reminder, strongest in bowling ball terms describes front to back motion. So strongest means earliest, not the most left to right hook. If you take a look at Storm's cover stock strength chart, NeX is the second strongest cover stock formula they have, while the NRG cover stock is 13th on the list, right about in the middle. Keep in mind that both of these balls are drilled at 5x5x4, so the layout is not changing the ball roll. It's all core and cover differences between the two balls. I've got the Ion Max with about 5 boards more overall hook than the PhysiX Blackout. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you to Town & Country Lanes in Nitro, West Virginia for letting me shoot these videos. Stop by your local Storm VIP Pro Shop to see the latest releases in the Storm, Rotogrip, and 900 Global lines.